Welcome to BWA Rewind. I'm Hunter Orange. This here is Chuck Diesel. He is my wonderful co-host.
Hola.
Yes. And we're here to talk about all things BWA and kicking off with the return of Implosion on HBO programming.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we had a lot of super surprises. But first...
In our high school.
We'll get into that.
Going back to your roots.
I do want to get into the fact that I want to thank all the people who tuned in last week.
Evidently, we're ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, we do want to thank everybody for all the nice comments, and we do appreciate it. So that will, it keeps us going. You know what I'm saying?
Better because this don't make any money.
We make no money for this, so as long as there's praise out there. You notice that they, since the response was so overwhelming, that they did give us a fancy new set, and they even had a little thing where our names appear right here. Like right here.
What are those things called? Like name bar things.
I don't know.
Name bar.
Yeah, so you probably already saw it.
Hold number 3. Name bar.
So anyway. But yeah, Implosion came to us from Lincoln High School. Somewhere in... I don't know. But,
really? Much people went to high school?
Yeah, Reno went there. Bad went there. And it was kind of like a benefit show. All the ticket sales went to benefit the school. And
did Kevin Bacon go there?
And if he didn't go there, he knows somebody who did.
Because it would have been cool that he had like a school dance afterwards.
Or he knows somebody who 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 did.
If they did like a school dance and then Bad could have went and did like the whole fucking Christopher Penn dance routine from Footloose. It would have been kind of cool, but it's just me.
So anyway, there's 1,800 people there attending live. It was a hot 1,800. The crowd was hot for this, and everything. It came off. It got started off with a bang as we get a return from one of Chuck's favorite wrestlers of all time.
Of all times.
He was so happy.
Dr. fucking K.
He was so happy when Kokomaru showed up and loaded Gertner right in the face.
Which is great because I hate Gertner.
Yeah, nobody likes Gertner around here. He's probably out in the back right now, probably tugging on his nutsack.
Can't wait to see Joe Reno.
Yeah, he's stalking. He's stalking wrestlers. He's like probably waiting for Samson Brown to come out of the toilet.
Hey, Samson, you're like my favorite ever today.
Yeah. So anyway, Gertner got what he deserved.
You suck. You got punch in the face.
So anyway, so there was the first surprise of the night was another return. Was a return. Well, there was more than one return on Monday night.
Yes.
And we'll get into that a little bit later. But we did have some title matches and some shenanigans that happened. Things. Let's start off with El Vato Wino Loco.
Oh, gosh.
Not that he's a wino because he drinks too much, but man, after watching this show last week, you would have thought we were the be-all, end-all of his whole career.
He wasn't happy with us.
Oh, they didn't talk about me on Rewind. Whatever. And he didn't even win legitimately against Frankie.
The thing is it's not as if we here at Rewind are not El Vato Loco fans. It's not as if we dislike the man. The issue is that he just hadn't done anything lately, and it didn't really beg for us to be like, hey, what's Loco been doing besides making movies? We don't talk about
as a whole. If you think about it, the Lords of the Ring really haven't done much of anything. I mean, all the focus, all of it has been on Joe Reno.
Dare we
say his world title ring.
Irrelevant?
No, I'm not going to call Loco irrelevant. But what I will say is what it is
right now. They're just not doing anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like they're off doing their own thing.
Getting their ass kicked all the time.
But whose fault is that? I mean, it's not really their fault. It's not, I'm not saying that Loco's irrelevant. I think he's just getting lost in the show.
What I'm just saying is in the last year or so and a half, or whatever you want to call it, I've not seen Lord of the Ring dudes get their asses handed to them as much as they have in the last couple months.
Yes, thanks to the mysterious satin silk or satin or whatever.
Silky pants.
Silky, yeah.
Bad Night, Silky Pants.
Silk Pants, Bad Night, whatever his name was. Not until that stuff started
happening. They got a new name I've been working on, though.
Yeah.
For the entire...
We'll wait until we reveal everything that's going on. So, but anyway, that's... I want to apologize to Loco for not bringing him up.
From now on, you'll get your own segment every week.
The Loco thought of the day.
Hey, the Loco Minute right now.
Yeah, every single week right here on BWA Rewind. Easy for me to say.
This week,
and I created this show.
This week, turns out El Vato Loco actually really likes the color chartreuse.
Just throwing that out there. There's a fact. There you go. The El Vato Loco fact of the day. Yes. Chartreuse is his favorite color.
I don't know if it's his favorite, but he likes it.
Okay.
He likes it better than...
Moving on from that, we had a tag team title debacle?
Public execution.
Now, going into the week, you kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. I mean, you got Lucifer Jackson, you got Chip Schiller, both former world title holders. You know, Chip Schiller's a couple times tag team champion already. He's got experience in all this. I mean, sure, he's young. You know, he hasn't been around. He's been around a little longer than Lucifer, but Lucifer's got the whole, you know, tough guy background anyways. So, you know, that wasn't in question. But it's just
wrestling, fighting for his life.
You know, they've been gelling. Lucifer.
Like Lee and Isaac Kennedy.
Can I finish? So Lucifer and Chip have kind of been gelling together as a friendship.
You know what's cool is 3 people get my name Isaac Kennedy reference from the penitentiary movies, and those 3 people will say something about it, but everybody else will know what I'm talking about.
But anyway. So like I said, Lucifer and Chip have been becoming close friends, so of course they're going to work better together in the ring. Now you got, what are their name, Mike and Mitch, or what is it? Davis.
We'll call them
the Lost Boys. We'll call them the Lost Boys. They came out.
Lost Boy number 1 and number 2.
They talk all kinds of crap in the ring, butchering the English language in the process. And it was just, you just had a feeling something bad was going to happen.
It reminded me of the old school Kung Fu movies.
Yeah.
It was almost like that, but like with English dubbed over English.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like, Chip Schiller, you get beat down in the hospital, you go, now, what?
But anyway, but that wasn't even like the worst part of it. It's like they're beating the crap out of these guys, pillar to post, up and down.
But won't pin them.
Yeah. So what happens? Mosh Pit and Johnny Sinclair come out, stick their nose in the business because they're promised a title shot.
Now, are we sure that those 4 guys aren't related?
I don't know what's going on, but what happened was that they attack the Lost Boys, and then finally.
Minus Kiefer Sutherland. And
then finally, we get a pinfall, and Chip Schiller and Lucifer Jackson become tag team champions. Now, is this going to be...
Much to their dismay, evidently.
Well, you know, think about it. It's kind of like the Tom McCain situation. He says, you know, his belt is irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything. The tag team title thing was just kind of thrown out there. When was the last... Where is there a tag team division in the BWA to speak of? Now, I'm sure they can take that as a building, a foundation.
You start something
to make the tag team division grow, because I'm sure there's going to be some people coming out of the woodwork that want to,
maybe meld together.
Yeah,
become a unit of cohesion.
Form some teams, the likes of which have never been seen.
Here's this guy not doing anything,
and then we'll put it together with this guy who's not doing anything.
And you go.
And then it's like Wonder Twin powers activate. Well, they tried that with the Lost Boys, and it didn't work for them either. But
you know who should come out of retirement and team with Chip?
Who's that?
Woodford fucking Gallagher.
Well, yeah, that guy.
Dude, the team with Chipper would have been amazing. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
Throw that out there.
All right, moving on. We gotta go quick. We're already 9.5 minutes into our 15-minute maximum program.
Moving it.
So we got to keep this thing going. And after that, we get, an ultimatum that comes down that basically says if Midnight doesn't reveal who's in the mask and the silk robes, that he won't get to go against Tommy Kane and Miami Mike for that triple threat title. So he comes out. It's like, all right, whatever.
Real tough. Midnight should have been like, so?
Right. But so he all right, whatever, here he is. Look, it's Bell Biggs. This guy comes out of nowhere. I only know about his reputation. Yeah. I know he wasn't.
We've heard things.
Yeah, we've heard things. We weren't really involved with the company back then.
Basically, not a great husband, but a hell of a drug.
Yeah, we know he has some substance issues. So it's revealed that he's part of this whole menagerie going on here. The Midnight. See, that's an even better name than the one they came up with. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what do we have?
We have Bell Biggs.
So we have Bell Biggs, the man in the mask, right?
We have Midnight.
We have Midnight.
We have George
Beck.
We have Dr. K.
Dr. Kokomaru.
And then
later on that night, we're skipping ahead. There's another one. So it was just a swerve that Bill Biggs isn't the actual guy that was putting on claws.
I swear.
So there's still some mystery guy out there. Now, hold on. I'm skipping over the fact, okay, yeah, Tommy Gang, he's still the Triple Threat champion. That's whatever. So my question to you is...
Miami Mike made a pretty decent team there.
Yeah. Because it was Midnight and Bell against Miami Mike.
That don't like each other at all.
I'm skipping ahead here because there's a more important question. Now, okay, you got Bell Biggs, right?
Bell Biggs DeVoe.
He was what was perceived to be the poison that was injected into the BWA. 90s R&B. Driving me I can't sing anymore. We're gonna get sued. So you got Bill Biggs, recovering addict, right?
Addict.
Who else other than Tommy King?
I was gonna say we got a bunch of them. All
right, now predominantly, who comes to mind when you say recovering addict that might want Bill Biggs hanging around, or might know the right things to say to get Bill Biggs on his side?
You're talking about Reeves again.
Yeah, see,
he's kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? He's kind of he's a good talker. He can get people to do stuff.
Right. Plus, he knows the 12-step mentality.
Wow.
He knows the right things to say to get you to pull you in. So maybe that's why Bill Biggs, while he's recovering, he's bringing him kind of like to this dark side thing.
So you're still holding on to that.
That's my theory.
That Silky is Rieger.
That's my theory. I know you don't really necessarily subscribe to that, but that's my theory. On top of that, we got a couple more minutes. We still got to talk about the main event, the Universal title match between Samson Brown and Billy Van Voodoo, which Billy Van Voodoo ended up winning. But then, out of nowhere...
Like last week I said. Yes, what did I say?
That Leon comes down and says, boom, this is my belt, cracks him, and then takes off with the belt, steals. So now we got Billy Van Voodoo and Leon. That is the match that's going to make your head explode.
It's going to be amazing.
When you come down to
it's going to be about so much other than that belt.
Right. But I mean, just the whole drama that's going to be involved.
17 different dimensions, possibly a spaceship.
Yeah. So there's
a guy named Sugar Skull will be around at some point if we're lucky.
There's always something. There's always something going on here. A lot of stuff happened. We can't really cram it all in.
Because there was a lot.
In 15 minutes.
Everything was just like.
It's overwhelming.
But I guess this is what we have to address then.
Right.
This quintet, as they call themselves.
Yes.
And the fact that they have.
One's a flautist. One's a cellist. One's a violinist.
The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, I guess.
No, I was going for quintet.
I'm with you on this. Yeah. But here's the thing. What I'm asking is like, okay, they pretty much drew a line like in the sand that wasn't there, but
right.
About they apparently are mad at the youngsters.
Right. They're like, this is about tradition. Mm-hmm. This is about tradition. This is about diplomacy. And what? Yeah. So
and the thing is, it's really weird because if you go back and even watch tapes from almost a year ago,
right.
A lot of people had said this was coming. I don't think they didn't know it was going to be this specifically.
Right.
But Samson Brown had talked about it. Tommy Kane had talked about it. Jason Rieger had talked about it. All these people had talked about that the BWA was going to eventually come to some kind of head.
Yeah.
Where it was going to be fucking Armageddon, dude. And you got to wonder if it's here.
It might be.
I mean,
I guess we're going to have to watch and find out.
See, because apparently the quintet, the name I was going to say I come up with, if you think about it, okay, you could be the Special K, the Silky Special K Bad Nights. Okay. Wait, because I know the mouth. So it's the big Silky Special K Bad Nights.
Okay. And on that note, I think we are out of time. I see we're actually running over. I'm going to have to shave time off of this. So until next week, where we try to overload your brain with more mindless commentary about our own opinions on what's happening in the BWA. I'm Hunter Orange. This has been Chuck Diesel. This has been BWA Rewind, and make sure that you tune in next week.
Or the lights might go out.